Hi YouTube, this is Alice Seraphin from Allie's Wonderland Creations, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but today I'm going to be showing you how I made this wonderful little Christmas ornament for my Christmas tree. And without further ado, let's just get on with it. First of all, my dry erase board. This is what I am using. I call it my Mountain Air Christmas ornament. The stamp set, which is Mountain Air, is on page 164 of the annual catalog. The Tailor Made dies are on page 166. I am using some silver trim from the Simply Elegant trim on page 140. The ink colors I will be using are Old Olive, Early Espresso, Crumb Cake, Misty Moonlight, and Pool Party. Blends, I have two of them pulled out, Soft Seafoam or Soft Succulent, because I can't remember now which one I actually did use. So I'm going to move this aside. Measurements I will give you in just a minute because I'll need to look at that. Measure them again. This is a wooden ornament that I stained. Actually stained it with ink. I just put some ink and some water and used a sponge brush. I got this at the dollar store, and I thought, when I first saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, that would make such a cute ornament. So this is my ornament. It's been a little baggy since I made it in summer. This is the back. You can give it as a gift. So that's what we will be creating. Now, just to make time not take so long in making this, I have pre-done a whole bunch of stuff. This is using old seam binding ribbon from Stampin' Up! I had in my stash. This is a couple of pieces of thick raffia, which a girlfriend gave me, and all you do is split it like this, pull it. Little piece of twine, some old organdy ribbon of Stampin' Up's, and of course the trim. I did use the dies. Where did they go? I do have them here. They are called the Majestic Mountain dies, and they are on page 164. The stamp set Mountain Air is on page 16 of the annual catalog. I used this piece, this die, and this die. And here we go. There's one, there's two. There's the mountains. And there is the tree line. Now, if you have not, I'm not stamping these for you on video, but if you have not seen this set, one side does this image where I use the Early Espresso. The other side is, flat, and it is what I use the crumb cake on. So just to give you that little bit of information, very versatile set. I love anything with a country theme. Now, for this project, I am using some old cardstock because this is what I had at the time, and it was in the color. If I didn't already have the stuff cut and ready for this video, I would have been using my new favorite green, which is Evening Evergreen. Let me show you a piece of that. No, that's Misty Moonlight. Hold on. This is Evening. Oh my gosh, look at that. It is Evening Evergreen. Huh, I thought I used something else, but it isn't. It's Evening Evergreen. I am so happy. For a moment there when I first looked in my bag, because I had cut this back up 2-3 months ago to do this, I had thought it was Handsome Hunter, that I had used some of my old little scraps of it, but I didn't. So my dies, let me show you. We are going to cut one on camera. I am using the Tailor Made dies, which are on page 166 of the annual catalog. This one is that one here, and the next one, this one, is what will be for the inside layer. So let's put those aside. First, we're going to do This technique, I saw I feel fortunate. I can call her friend. Her name is Della Dulac. She has a YouTube channel. You guys should go check it out. She did this watercolor technique using stamp pads, a little bit of water, and some cardstock. So I'm going to move all this so it doesn't get sprayed on. And bring in my paper towel. I don't want these to get ruined. But the colors we're going to do right now. This piece is this here. Oh, look, it's Pear Pizzazz. I forgot one color. Let's grab that first. First, we're going to ink up the stamp block. That's what we'll be using in Pear Pizzazz. Okay, let's see. That looks good. Close it up. I really don't want to get ink on a whole bunch of stuff. Then Pool Party. Now that I'm looking at it, I might wipe a little bit of this down so I get a little bit more of the lighter blue, which will be coming in. Okay, so next I'm going to try not to. There. Now, yes, it's over the whole thing, but then I'm coming in with Misty Moonlight, and I want, you can see this darker part here of the sky. So I'm going to bring that in there. Now, the fun part. We are going to spray this with some little bit of water. Getting it and watch it kind of smear together. Let's see, looks like this needs a little bit more. There we go. Now, you can do it one of two ways. You can do this like this, or you can flip it over and do it like this, and I am choosing to flip it over. So let's see what we get. And I'm holding it down there. I forgot to spray the paper first. We might have to try this again. Blender pen, not blender pen. Aqua painter will work. I remember now I made this mistake when I first started. So let me get an aqua painter because I want to blend those colors, get it started. Let's see what we did. Yeah, that did not come out. But we're going to take this pen. If it doesn't come out with this effect you want, get an aqua painter, keep it handy. I don't really want this dripping. It's okay, the tree is going to be there anyways, I suppose. But I want to bring some more of the Misty Moonlight down there. Stamp on there. Put a whole bunch of water on it. Lots of water. Lots of water for the sky. I'm going to bring some green in here. This is why we're doing it early, so it can sit while we get our other pieces done. Okay, I really am happy with that. Scoop up some more of that. Don't be afraid to just play with it. It's ink, water, and paper. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. Way over here so nothing happens to it. And I'm going to clean the block real quick. Just give it a wipe. Make sure my surface is dry. Okay. Close up my inks. So once again, that was Pool Party, Pear Pizzazz, and Misty Moonlight. And of course I get everything on me. This is what we're going for. Now, I did use Tombow, get it out of my drawer. And we're going to go ahead and adhere this piece right here, which this piece is 3 by 4. So we're going to glue this onto our wooden ornament base. I'll probably put a little big squibble down the middle just to make sure it stays in place. Oh, I see a little bit of ink. I wonder, my light did not come on here. Okay. Hope this is in camera and you can see it. Just try to frame the paper. Now, our image is not dry yet, but, okay. I'm going to make some noise here and try to dry it up. It's almost there, but I should have had one pre-done. Trying to get it dry with my embossing gun, heat gun here. Nice dry enough where I can glue it down. And I really like this. Stella did some gorgeous cards. That's good. See? A little warpy, but we use dimensionals for that. But before we use the dimensionals, let's put our pieces on. So this was stamped first with the back of the stamp. We can pretend I'll show you. So I use this long block for it first. Not the side with the ridges, but the flat side. I took it, put it in crumb cake, brought it over here, and stamped it. Cleaned it off, flipped it over. Pretend there's some early espresso. So that's my fan. Ding. Stamped it in early espresso. Lined it up where I wanted it. Bing. That gave me the crevices and ridges of the mountain. And then I took the die, which is right here. We're just gonna, which goes like this, and ran it through the machine. Whatever machine you have will, if it's a die cutting machine, it will work. Now, the reason why I went ahead and left it this long is because I wanted to choose which mountains I used. Whether I used one in the middle or one not in the middle, it's up to you. And I'm going to try to get mine right in the middle. So, let's see. I want, not right in the middle, just kind of, I think I'll do it right there. So show you what I do sometimes. I'm going to use it right there to right there. Little mark there. And let's bring that over here like this, and I'll mark the back so I know where to put the glue. Okay. Right in between those two lines, I'm going to put glue. And yes, you are looking at this and thinking, what is this paper? This is actually a scrap piece of picture frame matting that I had. And I originally thought I was going to watercolor on it, and I wanted a really thick piece of paper, but I didn't, so I stamped on it. I am a fan of using what I have to create projects. And I've got probably 5 of these for my Christmas tree that I've done. So I'm turning it over. Oh, if I could just have some really good scissors. I am still waiting for my snips from Stamping Up because these scissors just don't get it. And my other paper snips have had it. They're not even worth trying. Okay, so there's my mountains. Next is this piece here. And this is where I came in with the blends. And okay, Let me give you a little demonstration. This stamp's a little, you could turn it over like I did with that one, but I stamped it like this. Okay, and then you come in with the dies. Now the die for this is just the top of the trees. See, right there. It's just the trees. This is left open. We will be cutting this by hand. Just, you know, if you wanted that over, make it look like lake water, which is I'm trying to, I think, get that little bit of effect. So let's see which color I did use. We're going to test the back side. That is soft. What is this? That's soft sea foam. Maybe I'll change my mind if I like which one. Okay, that definitely has a little bit more blue in it. And I think we'll use this for the bottom. So what I did is I just came over. Don't go back and forth. I went along the whole thing down to where I thought I might cut because I wanted it to look like water. I think we're going to use them both. And we're going to come in with the soft sea foam and we're going to blend in this part of the tree lines here. And there's no perfection on this. I am using the brush tip, just the side of it. Let's see. Now I know I will be cutting this down, but I want to do it all because I don't know which piece of it I'm cutting off or not cutting off. And while I have this open, where are my trees? I did it to the trees too. So now that I know that this is soft sea foam, I'm just coming in along the edge, bringing it down here. Just giving it a little bit more depth in there. You know what I did on the trees? I will tell you now. I'm looking at them and I'm liking, that's not just old olive, but I'll show you when we go to stamp the back. I used old olive and mossy meadow. I can see it now. Okay, so next, this piece. First, I'm going to decide where I want it to be, and that's looks really good to me. So I'm going to bring it here, cut a line. I'm going to bring in my little guillotine cutter, and I'm going to cut this off. So there. Hopefully I got that right because I want to be just inside of my lines. Make sure. Oh, look, see, I'm going to show you from the back end. I need to trim it just a wee bit more. And I'm going to do this big tree. Check it again before I glue it on there. Yes, and now I'm going to hand cut, which will be icky with these scissors, but okay, I'm just coming in here. And I'm just going, you can move the paper, the scissors, because I'm just cutting some off. All right, there's my tree line, and I like it right there. So we are going to, yep, let me just check and making sure I didn't miss a step. Add some glue. Yeah, I'm putting a little bit more glue than I normally do on projects, but this is an ornament. I do want to use it over and over again, and I don't want it coming apart. So right there, and you'll see our mountain scene is really starting to come together. I'm going to get my dimensionals out of my drawer. Second drawer on the right hand side. Let's see, I don't know. Okay, so this one I know I had over here on this side, and these two I had over here. I think I'm going to bring this one down and maybe cut it off a wee bit. I think I will do that. Let's use a little bit of these. Put the straight edge on the outside of that. And this one, I wonder, we're going to put him right in the middle. I might need a few mini ones, it looks like. Now, my mini ones that are in my little container here, along with some blue dots and stuff. Paper pumpkin. Love paper pumpkin. And I love to use all my pieces up before I open a new one. So, that needs to be cut off. And let's see. One there. And this little strip there that's hanging off will work perfectly. Huh. I'm getting a phone call. Sorry about that, y'all. It's strange. My phone isn't ringing, but my tablet is, which is to the side of me. Okay, we're not cutting that one off because I just glued it down there. Next, we're going to turn that off. There we go. Looks like we can fit another one right there. And then maybe a mini one or two. Or that little strip that just pulled away. Let's cut that off. You can use so much of these. Don't ever waste them. They're great. Even little mini strips. See, look at that. Excellent. Having no nails really is difficult sometimes with dimensionals. I could use a pen or something. So here we go. There is, I'm going to trim those off, I think. Right there. And I am going to make that hopefully somewhat straight there. I don't like it just, terrible scissors. But it is my Christmas ornament. There we go. So now this piece is getting glued. Oh no, this piece is going up on dimensionals. I don't know whether I want to glue it or make it flat. I am recording. Okay. So, okay, we are going to tear tape or dimensionals. I think we're going to use tear tape. Score tape. Y'all know what I'm talking about, hopefully. If not, it's double-sided tape. Not double-sided tape like Scotch tape, but we're going to use this because I want it good and adhered, and we're going to put maybe 5 pieces on it. And sorry about the interruption with the video, but that was my aunt coming out here to play. When I'm done, her and I will continue to play. Okay. In a happy place, as we call it. Let's see, we need bone folder. Give it a good rub. There's nothing on the other side that will get ruined by doing this. And I am reaching for a pen because it works better when you have no nails. And yes, I like to pull it up sometimes from the middle. It just tends to come up easier for me that way. Turn it, and then we get the fun part of putting the ribbon and stuff on this gorgeous little ornament. All right. That looks good to me. There. Now my those away. Second drawer, right hand side. Now let's play with the ribbon, and I'll show you how I made this little mess, I guess you could say. Okay, these two pieces I put together like this. I started tearing, like I said, this is flat raffia. If you have regular raffia, that would work. I didn't. I had this spool of this flat raffia that you could tear. Very country looking, which my Christmas tree is. I used the same stuff here for making some garland for my tree last year. Can't wait to get that out come Christmas, the holidays. I'll have to take a picture of my tree and put it on my Facebook with all my ornaments I've made this year. I've always wanted to have a Christmas tree with handmade ornaments, and this year it's going to be that way. So I'm not tying a bow with these pieces like this. I am just going to tie them together. First, I'm going to give them a little twist. Hold it together like that. I'm going to make a little bow, which, I don't know where my bow maker is, but I've got plenty of it here. My husband made me a bow maker. I'm sure it will be featured in another video. There we go. And the twine is what I tied this all together with. So holding it with the reverse tweezers, I am going to tie all of this together except for the silver. Then I'll trim up all the edges. I'm going to make a knot and then a bow. Because it doesn't matter if it's bulky, it's not getting mailed. There we go. And I really like that. See? It's just going to go right there. Oh, turn it might help if it goes the right way, huh? Okay, and let's see. And then this is gonna, but what am I gonna use to put it on? Glue dots. Yes, where are my glue dots? Alrighty, here we go. I'm gonna use several glue dots because I want it on here really good. Maybe I should use a piece of tear tape. I think I will. We will put tear and tape. It'll hold down more of it, I think, than the glue dots. I will be using glue dots again. Give it a nice little rub with the bone folder. Bring in my bent little straight pin here. Pick that off. And, oh, yeah, that worked really well. I know I didn't do that the first time around. Okay, I'm happy. Now the glue dot and the pen again. I'm going to give it a little roll on itself. I didn't do a very good job of that. So I'll give it a little squish. Right, there we go. And that is for the silver bow. Gotta have a little sparkle in there. All right, now we're gonna trim the edges. They all don't have to be matching. I just don't want it really hanging off. So there. It's almost like a little haircut. Okay, this one needs a little trim. Now we're going to work on the back piece. Scoot all that stuff to the side. Oh, silver needs a little trim. We can pull the edges together. Now we're going to work on the back piece, which is like this, and yikes, yikes, yikes. I know y'all saw them just a minute ago. There we go. Okay, now for the ink, I used Old Olive and Mossy Meadow, which I did not pull out or write down because I had forgot about it. And the tree is here. Here we go. Now, first thing I did was take Old Olive, give my tree a little pat with it. Now, I didn't use a dauber or anything. I just brought the pad to it and I kind of tilted it so I wanted the edges. Let's see if I can do this easier to show you. I'm not putting it all the way on there, giving it a little roll. I just wanted a little extra tipping those little edges in there. A little bit there, here and there. Okay. So hopefully this works out. Stamp it right there. Let's try that again. Okay. Maybe I should have got a sponge dauber. Okay. Sponge dauber bin. Do I have a dark green? What color is that? That's green. So I want Mossy Meadow. We will use the sponge dauber. I probably did it the first time. Like I said, it's been a while since I designed this and I just hadn't done the video. Bring it in. I'm kind of sweeping it across the stamp. I'm going to huff on it. Kind of get the ink a little warm to go in the paper, and I'm going to hold it down. Set that aside. And then we're going to run it through the machine. Oh, yeah, much better. Okay, bringing out my little mini machine from Stampin' Up. This one stays on my desk, and if you don't have it, you are definitely missing something. I am going to be kind of careful opening these. My little dog Tia is laying down, and she does not like the snapping of it if you go to open it. So bring in plates 1 and plates 2. Put that there. Line my die up where I want it. And it's so smooth. Don't have to like push down too much or anything. And it's nice. Now quietly I need to shut it. I'm looking back at her, seeing if I'm disturbing my little chihuahua. There we go. Put them in the bin. I don't know why the noise of that bothers her so much, but it really does. And we're just going to glue this down. No one's going to see the back side that the stamping wasn't perfect on. I'm going to bring this down further there. And on this one, I took an old to and from and used Stays On. Did an angle. This one, I think I'm going to do it just like that. I don't think I'm going to put to and from on this one. Well, I'll show you. You can use any to and from you have. But there's really no point for me to put to and from because it's going on my Christmas tree. So first we're going to stamp 2. Should have maybe have done this before I got everything glued on there. There's 2. And from, this is a beautiful gift. Something people, you know, will keep all year. When they bring out the Christmas tree, they'll think of whoever gave it to them. I'm going to glue that down right there. And let's see. Oh, I colored a pearl is what I did for this one. I took a pearl and colored it, but I don't think I want that on this one. I think I might do another bow. Let's see what I got in my little, oh, look at this. I have a little silver one with that silver trim. I like that, but that little hole there bothers me. What can I do? Oh, this is kind of crazy, but I actually have this one. I like this one. Just some twine I have in my, apparently I was working on this, something with the bow that I didn't apparently use. All right, and then should we put a rhinestone on there? A sequence. I'm looking to see what I got. I don't want to do the pearl for some reason. Don't ask me why. Oh, I have a little container full of things from Paper Pumpkins past and things I haven't used yet. Let me see if I can find something in here. Let's see. That's pink. Oh, it looks like I have a little pearl I colored and floating around in here. So I guess that's it, huh? Alrighty. Give me a second. We'll do that all on there. Put that back. Making a mess here. Okay. Not yet. I'll be right out.
Okay, take your time. I just thought I heard the door click, you know. Take your sweet time.
That's my aunt again. She's ready to play. Okay, video's almost done, so we're going to get a glue dot. I am going to put the bow on the back. That way it's pretty from the front and the back on the Christmas tree. All right, there is my Christmas tree ornament. The first one, let me show you again what we used. Mountain Air. Got to put that back in there. And the Tailor Made tags. Make them, and I'm looking for the dies of the Majestic Mountain dies, I believe is what these are. Majestic Mountain dies. So that's what we used to create this Christmas tree ornament. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Once again, I'll give you a recap of the inks. We used Pool Party, Misty Moonlight, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Old Olive, and Mossy Meadow. And then the blends, we used both of them, not just one. We used Light Soft Succulent and Light Soft Seafoam. Have a great day, YouTube, and come visit me again in my Wonderland. Bye.